Hello, in this video we will be discussing the Python program to find the largest number in a list. Okay, so given a list of numbers, the task is to write a Python program to find the largest number in the given list. So let's say that for an example, I have a list and I have elements 10, 20, okay, 40. So the largest number in the list is 40. Similarly, if we take another example, if we have a list of 10, hundreds and thousand, so the largest number is thousand, obviously. So the task is to write the code in such a way that it is possible for us that if there is any given list, we can find the largest number. Okay. So there are many methods. So the very first method which we are going to discuss is the method of sorting. So we will sort the list in ascending order and then we will print the last element in the list. Okay, so for sorting, let's write the lines of code. So first we will have to create a list for that. So again, for creating a list, we can write list1 is equal to, and for creating a list we'll have to use a square brackets. So we will write 10 comma 20 comma 4 comma 45 and 99, let's say. Now for using the sorting method, we have something called the sort method. So in Python, we have inbuilt sort method. So let's use that one. So for using that, we can just write list1 dot sort. Okay. And if I print this one, so let's say that I'm printing largest number. Okay. So I'll put a comma over here and I'll write list1. I'll write list1 and inside the square bracket I'm writing -1. Okay, so I'll explain it to you why I have written -1. Let's first see whether this works or not. Okay, so the largest number is 99, which is true as we can see. So why I have written -1? See, this sorting method basically sorts it in the ascending order. Okay, it sorts it in the ascending order, and since I am taking -1, it means that what is happening? It is showing me the last number, okay, the last element in the list after sorting. So after sorting it in ascending order, the last element in the list will be 99 because it is the largest, and hence when I'm writing -1, it is showing me 99 over here, or the largest number in the list. Okay, so this was the method one of sorting it in the ascending order for finding the largest number in the list. And the second method which we are going to discuss is using the max method. Okay, so what is a max method? So max method basically returns the maximum of the numbers, or the largest number. Okay, so let's use the max method from here. Okay, so for using the max method, let's just create another list. Okay, let's use this cell. Let's create another list2, and put a square bracket. We'll write some numbers. Okay, so I've written, okay, this is 98 two times. So let's take some numbers over here. All right. So after writing or after making this list, now I will use the max method. So I'm just combining the print statement and the max statement together just to save a couple of minutes. So I'm writing print, and inside we'll write, so sorry. Okay, so inside the print we'll write largest number. Okay, put a colon, or let it be like this. So now I will use the max method. So I'll write max, and inside the max I'll write list2. Okay, so it will give me the maximum of the list2. Now if I press shift and enter, so I get that the largest number is 999. Okay. All right. So moving on. Now we have one more method. We can find the maximum using maximum of the list on the inputs provided by the user. Okay, we can also use this one. So in this method, we will try to find the largest number in the list. Okay, so let's say that the largest, okay, let's create a list first. So in this method, we are going to use the traditional for loop. So let's say that I have created a list 3. So list 3, okay, and let's say that this list is empty right now. Okay, so why have I kept this list empty? Because I want the input from the user. Okay, the list is not predefined. I want the input from the user. I want that the user should enter the elements of the list, and based on that inputs I can tell the user what is the maximum number. Okay, so for doing that I'll have to write num is equal to integer inside input inside enter number of elements in a list. Okay, all right, enter numbers of elements in a list. All right. Okay, so the user will enter the number of elements in the list, and all of them will be of data type integer. Okay, all of them will be of data type integer. Now after getting the input from the user, okay, after getting the input from the user, we will have to use a for loop, and we will use a for loop to iterate till num to append elements in the list. Okay, we'll use it to iterate. So let's see. For I in range, for I in range, and inside the range we will write 1 comma num plus 1. Why are we writing num plus 1? Because if we write num, then the program or the code will not execute the number itself. Okay, it will not execute the last number because it does not include the end number. So if we want to include the end number, we'll have to write num plus 1. Okay, so num plus 1, and then for getting inside the for loop we'll have to put a colon. So inside the for loop, let's say that for element I am using the variable name ele. Okay, so ele is equal to, again, int input, and inside I'll write enter elements, enter elements. Okay, all right, so this is done. Now whenever the user will enter some element, okay, what will happen? List 3 will get appended, or that element will get inside list 3. So list 3 dot append, and inside we'll write ele. Okay, all right, then I want to print. So for printing, let me scroll down. So for printing we will write print, and inside we'll write the largest number is, okay, we'll put a colon and we'll put a comma over here, and then we will use max, the max. method again and we'll write list 3. Okay, so now let's execute. Enter number of elements in the list. So how many numbers are there? Let's say that I have 5 elements. So enter elements 23, 56, 98, 100 and 1, 67. Okay, so I've entered 5 elements over here and the largest number is 101. So yes, this function works properly, and we'll meet again in the next tutorial and we'll present some more some more Python questions frequently asked in the interview.